So my name is Raghav and my book is The Rise of Totalitarianism, Hannah Arendt. So I am reviewing its second part, Totalitarianism. Arendt highlights how imperialism marked a shift from national state politics to a boundless logic of expansion of its own sake. Unlike traditional state-building imperialism threads or timeless consequence, ignoring legal or ethical restraint, this endless expansion, she argues, set the stages of the totalitarianism described to dominate all aspects of life, including thoughts and identity. So, race thinking and political racism. A major focus in section of Arendt distinct between race thinking and racism. While race thinking existed for centuries, imperialism transformed into a political ideology of domination, particularly in Africa. They laid the ideological foundation for the facial doctrine of Nazism, which institutionalized genocide under a similar logic of superiority and exclusion. The boomerang effect. One of the Arendt's most original contribution in this section is the boomerang thesis. The idea of this violent and dehumanizing techniques performed in colonial rule returned to Europe and were applied domestically. Techniques used in the colonies, forced labor, representation, segregation, were later repulsed by totalitarianism regimes in concentration camps and mass surveillance. Arendt explored how to move in certain sectors of the elite aligned under imperialist ideologies. This convergence, she argued, undermined both traditional aristocrats and biological values and allowed demagogues and mass movement to rise unchecked. Critical evaluation of totalitarianism. Arendt analyzes groundbreaking in connection the moral and political decay of imperialism with the rise of 20th century totalitarianism. Her interdisciplinary approach, drawing from history, politics, philosophy, and provides a rich and complex understanding how ideologies take root and muted into system of domination. Her concept of bureaucratic despotism and her insight into how violence in distant colonies normalized domestic bureaucracy and special relevance in understanding the continuity between imperialism and fascism. Arendt also exposes how imperialism hollowed out the institution of liberal democracy, weakening in the resistance to extremism. However, her accounts has limitations. Critics argue that Arendt gives insufficient voice to colonized people, focusing more on the Euro physique and failing to fully engage with the resistance, agency and perspective of those who suffered under empire. Additionally, some historical generalized, particularly about British versus continued imperialism, has been considered.